I'm Lyman, and I just completed 75 Hard. So I found 75 Hard through Andy's podcast. And if you don't know who Andy Frisella is, check him out. He does entrepreneurial podcast. He started MFCEO and Real AF. So I actually found out about 75 Hard through Real AF first, and then I went back to listen to all of MFCEO podcast. I'm still actually going through it now, but for last 75 days, I've pretty much listened to it when I'm driving, when I'm walking, and he does give a lot of great knowledge. If you're self-employed, or trying to start a business, or you've been an entrepreneur, me personally, I'm self-employed, so it really speaks to me. I've started a business, failed, went into another industry and did pretty well. And now I am doing real estate, also dabbling in tech. But the reason why I wanted to try 75 Hard was to challenge myself, to push myself. Andy promotes it as a mental toughness program. So I felt like I needed this to push me further in my career. And you know what? Although most of the items were physical, I've picked up some really great habits, like reading 10 pages a day and being on a diet. I mean, I love food. People that know me know that I love food. And, the hardest thing for me to give up was ice cream. I can always have ice cream any time of day, morning, lunch, dessert. Being at birthdays, eating cake, ice cream cake. But it was a great challenge for me because I've always wanted to cut down my fat percentage, and this was a great opportunity. So to break down the things that I did for my 75 days, for my diet, I did no rice, no bread, no sugars, so no ice cream, no cakes, no no cookies. Yeah, so pretty much a lot of processed foods were really out. I also I can have oatmeal, so I would have oatmeal in the morning most days, and so so I'm not on a no carb diet. But at the end, probably around I want to say day 55 or maybe 45, I decided to cut out potatoes. So no, I haven't had any potatoes for the last 30 days. And that was just a challenge to push myself a little bit. I can also get a little creative. I've been making these protein pancakes to kind of satisfy like a carb feeling. But so for my workouts, I play a lot of tennis, so that usually counts for one of my workouts. I walk my dog over 2 miles every morning, and I also lift weights. So technically, most days I'll do minimum two, usually 3 workouts to keep myself moving, just because I want to maintain lifting. And then towards the end of probably the last 3 weeks, I switched to a progressive overload, so I was working out 6 days a week and trying to push my limits, and that made a huge change in my body composition. So if you take a look at day 1 to day 75, there is a pretty significant difference, and that's just the body portion. So in terms of my business and my focus in mental strength, I can hear myself saying, no, you could do it tomorrow, or no, we could push it back. And like, and Andy says this a lot, like you have this bitch voice that tells you, hey, you know what, don't worry about it, you can do it later, or no, it's all right. And then I tell myself, no, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to get it done. So um, it really does help. So if you are in that struggle, then I think you should definitely try it. So a couple of the other things that we have to do is no alcohol. No alcohol was very, very easy for me. Even though people that know me used to drink a lot, networking, meeting people, and for a few years I cut back on my alcohol. So it was very easy. It gave me an excuse not to drink with people whenever they go, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Let's grab a drink. I was like, hey, I'm doing 75 hard. And actually I get to spread the word about 75 hard. So it's kind of a win-win situation for me there. Before I started 75 hard, I didn't like to read. And um, because I have to read 10 pages a day, I started out reading this real estate book called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And it got me really interested since it's my industry. And 10 pages a day, and I find myself actually craving to read more than 10 pages. And I think if you don't like to read, this is a great way to get you to start reading. And I finished 3 books within the 75 days. So taking a picture every day, that wasn't too hard. I kept a routine. So after I walk my dogs in the morning, I would take a picture and then make my breakfast. So with that being kind of repetitive, it helped eliminate me forgetting. The tough parts were when I traveled. I didn't have that routine, so because I download the app really helps keep me on track. And if anybody else were to do this, I suggest you do that as well. So overall, I would say I highly recommend it. I think it's for me. It did make a huge difference. Thank you, Andy, for putting this together. Um, would I do it again? Yes, hell yes. So there's a phase 1 that I'm itching to try, but there's a 30-day rest period. So after 30 days, I'm going to jump on phase 1. I think it's going to be a little tough for sure. I mean, this is hard. It's supposed to be hard. So you live hard, and for 30 days, you're doing the same thing as 75 hard, but you're adding a few critical tasks that would help you move you forward in your life. Or, no, sorry, and you have to take a 5-minute cold shower. I think the cold shower is probably what is most difficult for other people. Is my guess. I used to do 1 or 2 minute cold showers, but I've never done it 30 days in a row, nor have I done them 5 minutes at a time. So, not totally looking forward to that, but that's part of how you create mental strength. Yeah, that's my journey for 75 hard. Check back again and see how I do for phase 1. And I'm going to be a little bit more proactive in filming phase 1 and sharing maybe some milestones along the way, and instead of just a few shots and kind of my experience of it. And you can really join me on that entire journey. Thanks for checking out my video, and I hope you check out Andy's podcast and try 75 hard. I think it will greatly benefit your life, health-wise and mental. So, and hit the subscribe button to check out my other videos. Thanks. Bye.